Okay, I'm now going to tell you what happens if I wanted to deal with more than just 2 errors. So in other words, here is my try block. The computer will try to run the code that's in the try block. If there's no error, it runs that completely and successfully, and then goes to the end of all my catch blocks and runs what comes after. Now, here I've dealt with a catch arithmetic exception, and I said catch all other errors with a generic, the all catch all exception E. So what if I had more than those 2 errors? So I can code as many catch blocks as I like. Okay, I just have to tell the computer which error I'm trying to deal with. Okay, so let's see if I can have another error. So I'm going to run this, and I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to give it 0, and now when I give it a 0, the computer gets an arithmetic error, so it goes into this catch block. It does not run all other errors, and it goes back to the end of all my catches and does whatever comes after. Okay, so I was successfully dealing with an arithmetic error, but now let's see what happens if I've got something else. So I'm going to enter a number. I'm going to say 5. Okay, and what I get is lots of red code. Okay, that is terrible. I don't want that. That is exactly what I don't want. Okay, I want the computer to still continue. I want to see the end running, because that is how I know that the computer had successfully absorbed the error and didn't bomb out and didn't discontinue or stop the execution totally. I want the computer to run to the end of the program, and I want it to absorb the error and not give me all this red stuff. That is what I didn't want this, but now it got it. Now I'm going to see why. Okay, so let's see. So I've entered the word 5. Okay, and when I go scan.nextInt, the computer needs a number, and it doesn't like the word 5. Now I need to put this line that is causing my error, okay, I need to put it into my try block, okay, because that is when the computer will deal with the error. Otherwise it just bombs out. So now I'm going to run that code again, and let's see what happens. Okay, enter a number. I'm going to enter 5. Oh, hang on. It says all other errors, and it gives me input mismatch exception. Okay, it gone into the exception E. It runs for all other errors, which is fantastic because it's not a arithmetic exception. It's a different error, and it went into the catch-all. But now I want to do something else. I want to now say, well, I've got the input mismatch exception as well. So I'm going to type, I'm going to copy it from the top. I'm going to type input mismatch exception, and I'm going to say here, input mismatch exception found. Okay, so let's just do it like that. Okay, so I've got different code for input mismatch exception. I've got another set of code, another catch block for arithmetic errors, and then for all the other errors, I've got the exception E, which is all the catch-all for everything else. Okay, so let's see what happens now when I run this code. I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to say 5, and the computer runs. I can see it runs the end, so I know it has executed everything that comes after all my tries and catches. And input mismatch error, it's given me that error that's here and not that error, and it's also didn't give me that error. So it ran this catch block, the input mismatch exception catch block. It ran that one. It skipped over the other 2 catch blocks, okay, and then it comes to an end. And that is how you code in more catch blocks. You see what error you get under the exception E, and then you just create a catch block for it. It's very simple.